And we're back.
Yo, what's up, everyone?
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
Yes.
Welcome to your favorite podcast.
Your favorite...
Link.
What is this?
This is Voodoo Ranger.
Oh.
Voodoo Ranger IPA podcast.
Ooh, this smells like an IPA. Here's the can for all of you at home watching.
Ooh. That was, if you guys
It's
didn't,
nice.
Yeah.
It's a good beverage.
It's tasty.
Would drink again.
It's good for a Friday.
I've been looking forward to this all day.
You'd sip it. Chill. This podcast?
Yeah.
Dude, me too.
Yeah.
I've been looking forward to this podcast all day. I was looking forward to this podcast yesterday. Does that make sense?
No, I wasn't.
Oh man, I was so here for it. I'm pumped. We got a lot to talk about, bro. We got a lot to talk about.
I just realized I'm going to be sitting here for 50 minutes today.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice. An hour and 50 minutes if it's the good content.
I hope not.
All right, let's turn that frown upside down.
Timon, oh my gosh. You just ruined this for me so fast.
Nice.
I came in with big podcast energy.
Yeah.
And
BPE, as the homies would call it. That and by homies I mean homeless, because that's exactly what they call it.
So anyways, I was super excited for this podcast all day.
Yeah,
And then I came.
And what? I've been looking forward to doing that all day, bro. I'm so jazzed right now, dude. This is great. Okay, tell me your story. Just go ahead with it. I can talk my stories. I can tell you all about my stories if you need to.
So I came home from work, and I was really pumped for the podcast. I was chilling. Then Timon comes downstairs.
Yep.
He goes, "Hey, Lincoln, the dog ate your shoes."
Oh yeah. No, that's not right. The dog chewed on a shoe. It wasn't shoes. It was one specific singular shoe. If we're gonna get, but yeah, I felt really bad about it. Can I tell you that? I was in a call.
Literally the other day, I was talking to Jasmine. I said, "I've had these shoes for forever. It's crazy. I never have shoes last this long." It's like
I never said that.
It's like 5 years on a pair of Vans. That's pretty special. So the dog chewed him up.
Yeah,
one of them up.
It got to the sole and just ripped up that sole.
Ripped out its soul, and it ripped out mine as well.
I
My
felt
heart
bad.
just.
Listeners, I'll tell you what I did. What I did tell Lincoln when he got home is
he said we're gonna have a GoFundMe to buy you new shoes and post it on the podcast. And I said that's not good enough, Timon. Buy me new shoes.
Yes. I came out and I told you right away. That was kind of the first thing I said to you. I probably should have said, "Hey, Lincoln, how you doing?"
It's super not a big deal.
Yeah. I just learned when I was young that sometimes you had to tell your dad first before your mom got to tell him how the bad things you did. So he could at least hear it from your side of the view, and then you could hear the true story, and then maybe your problems wouldn't be as bad as they could have potentially been if my mom just eventually said,
Yeah, so...
I don't know who the mom is in this situation. I think I'm both the mom and dad coming to you. Mom and child coming to the father, coming home from work saying...
And I told Timon, I was planning on replacing those anyways. So it's okay. Don't worry about it.
You did. You said that.
Also, the dog just pulled the insole out. Right. I could get another insole and how about just buy me an insole? Is that fair?
I'm not.
That's the part the dog. That's the part the dog ate.
I read some Vice media about incels, and I'm not a big fan of them.
Insole.
Are they the same thing? Instapot, Instapoop, Instant Pot. Who knows, dude? It's all word games.
You really don't need to buy me shoes. He really doesn't need to buy me shoes. It's not a big deal. Let's
take a poll. If you're watching a dog,
it wasn't your dog.
Yeah, but it was under my authority. My authority. My dog. My
I don't
authority.
care. Don't need to buy me shoes.
Okay.
It's fine.
I want to buy these shoes for Lincoln, please. Something.
I hate that song so much. Oh my gosh.
Lincoln shoes. Oh, that's beautiful. Dude, that's an original. That's a Timon original. Dude, we got a lot to get into. And after this, we got to do some purchasing online for some Vans. But it's all good.
Haircut. You're seeing it.
It looks good.
It looks good.
Yeah.
Also, I'm sporting Phil's flannel shirt.
Yo, shout out to Phil.
I was doing some pre-podcast hair styling in the bathroom. Ooh. And I was wearing Phil's flannel shirt, and I thought, man, this flannel's so great. I love wearing it. And then I realized that I loved it so much that I just wanted to keep it all to myself. But I still wanted to wear the flannel, so I put my other flannel on over top of Phil's flannel so that I can both conceal its identity and still wear it.
So what you're saying is you're wearing two flannels at the moment.
Yes, I am.
Two flanneled up on a Thursday afternoon.
It's pretty cold down here. It was a good choice.
Yeah, I'm wearing also
a coat.
A coat from Phil that he gave me.
That's not true.
It's a lie. I'm a liar.
Why do you have that coat?
I looked good in the last time I wore it at a podcast, and so I thought, hey.
Oh, okay.
And I got a new tattoo on my sleeve.
Gotcha.
A daily content tattoo.
Was this ever...
I want to conceal it. Did I buy it from Goodwill?
Okay.
Yeah, 100%.
As like a party jacket?
Oh, no. I had to have some business meeting at Grace College.
Oh, gotcha.
Look good.
Gotcha.
But
that makes sense.
When you go to Grace College and all your money's going towards your tuition, you got a ball on a budget, so you roll over to the local Goodwill and you go through everything, and you get mad. Then you go and beat up a homeless guy and take his coat jacket for free. He wasn't homeless. He was a homie.
Yeah. Grace is the worst.
Grace is the worst. Can we, you know how everyone's putting out political signs?
Oh, yeah.
All over, right?
Yeah.
Can we make our own kind of political statement?
We definitely can.
Don't send your kid.
Cancel Grace College.
Yeah. Don't send your kid to Grace College.
Every time I see a young person out in the wild, usually with their parents, wearing a Grace College t-shirt,
yes,
I think,
oh boy,
I want to talk to you.
I talk to him. I actually go and talk to him.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I say, oh, did your child go to Grace College? Or are you
Have you thought about going to Bethel?
Yeah, it's a university. It's so much better than a college.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't...
Have you thought about sending your kids to the trade schools where there'll actually be jobs?
Have you thought about sending them literally anywhere else?
Did you hear that McDonald's is giving
you don't even need to go to college anymore.
You can go to Grace College and get a job for $10 an hour, or you can work at McDonald's for $15. I just, you know what I'm saying? Anyways. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, another thing I've been thinking about with Grace College is I've been chatting with... I chat with Grace College alumni all the time. Mm-hmm. I should work for Grace College, but I'll never work for the devil. Never. And I've been chatting with a bunch of alumni. And
I'll drink to that.
Drink to that. Cheers. Two of the alumni that I chat with, I have some real beef. And I've been thinking about seeing if I could get them on the podcast and hash out their beef.
To what? They have beef with each other?
Yeah.
Who are these
Chris
people?
Merrick and Evan Kilgore. I chat with them on the regs. They're they're not homeless, but they are homies.
Oh man.
I don't think they listen to this podcast. If you do, let us know. I doubt it.
They're both too famous for us.
They are, bro. They're totally too famous. But I think it would be great to have them in a room talking about the issue.
Tim and I have one question.
Tell me.
Do I have to be a part of this?
It's up to you, bro. I would like to have your expertise in dealing with conflict in the room, but it's okay. It's all right.
Because they're going to argue a lot, or because they're actually going to fight?
We all know who's going to win in that fight.
No one.
Truth.
Oh my gosh. I don't know how I feel about this.
Oh, I think it would be
I also just took my contacts out and put glasses back on.
Yeah.
I thought I'd switch back.
Looks good. You look good.
And Timon, I lent out / gave away my last contact holder to Allison.
Oh, nice.
I realized today that I had no contact case.
Oh, not so nice.
I mean, yeah, I just I had always had like 1,000 of them because they're contact cases. You have 1,000.
Right.
So I took my contacts out and I didn't know what to do. So I just kind of threw them down the sink.
The trash, dude. The trash would have been a safe place to do that. Do you think Drano will eat through contacts?
I do.
I wish you would have told me this when I got off work, dude, and not on the podcast.
So I just kind of just washed them down the sink.
Oh, we have drainage problems for this reason. Talking about bathroom, sink, stuff like that. Have you used our newest toilet seat?
I haven't.
Okay. Did you see it?
I did.
Yeah.
I wanted to discuss this privately because I didn't want to talk about it on the podcast.
We can discuss it privately.
I mean, we could talk about it now.
Yeah,
You brought it up.
Can I tell you this?
Yeah.
You should try it first.
I hear what you're saying. In theory, these types of toilet seats are a good idea. But I feel like in practicality, it turns into the grossest thing ever. So, listeners...
To be fair, that toilet was already really gross. There wasn't really like a high standard of
the seat was broken before.
Yeah, seat was broken. We have two toilets because we are kings. We live in a house where kings abide, and we have two toilets.
It's true.
One upstairs, one downstairs. We have two showers. Only one works.
We have two baths.
Two baths, yes.
They both work.
Shower's kind of a little weird upstairs.
One is just really cold, and we don't know why.
And the other one is normal.
Yep.
But we have two bathrooms, like I said. The main one we use is downstairs. That's where all guests use. If you've ever been there, you know about the famous saying that's on top of the mirror. Please refrain from doing cocaine in this bathroom. It's a famous saying. It's all over Goshen.
It's all over Twitter.
Many females have taken pictures of my bathroom for that reason. Mm-hmm. It's a true statement. And the upstairs is kind of a little bit more of a personal one. That's the one I use because my office is right next to it. Both our bedrooms are right. Excuse me, I'm just giving out the layout of our house. Yeah. So if you come in the back door,
which is always unlocked,
and you roll up the stairs, you'll see both. Yeah. Anyways, but that bathroom had a little problem with the toilet seat. Broke the toilet seat, kind of. We were using it. I broke it. It wasn't Lincoln. It was me.
Oh, it was just broken one day. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, it was probably because I use it, and it's really nice to sit on. And
it's always warm in that bathroom.
Yeah, it's the shower is cold. The toilet water is scalding hot. In the retainer in the back, and also the bowl.
Yeah,
it's weird.
Yeah, some things are a little backwards in this house.
Yeah, I just don't understand.
It's very strange.
It's called eclectic, and I'm here for it.
Yeah,
character. I like it. But so basically, I got one of those toilet
seats.
There
are oddities with every room in this house.
There are, man.
There are random outlets that don't work. There are outlets that work sometimes.
Yeah, you have to whisper sweet things to them.
There are some randomly placed sconces on the walls, like the little wall lights. I don't know. There are just all sorts of weird things throughout this house.
Yeah,
but it's delightful.
If it's us, well, if it's me, I really dig it.
It's a nice house. Nice. Yeah,
I was out yesterday for my life group at a dinner out in public, and I saw my neighbors across the street, and I went and talked to them, both of them. We were chit-chatting, and they asked me how long I've been at the house, and I said 2016, and they're like, whoa, and I was like, whoa, I've been here for a while. Like, it was kind of like a realization that this is my house. It's pretty cool.
It is your house.
Yeah. Cheers to that.
Yeah.
Anyways, new toilet seat.
Do you want to tell them what kind of toilet seat it is?
It's the nice one that cushions your donkey. Really nice. Just loving embrace. So we don't have to get too much detail. I want Lincoln to take a test run and tell me what he thinks after.
I know. 100%. Yeah. Why would this be a bad thing? I feel like
It's gonna crack. Probably 6 months. It's gonna crack and brittle. Yeah.
Cushioned vinyl toilet seat. It just
Yeah.
And then the vinyl cracks.
I'm gonna get the most out of it.
The foam just starts absorbing everything.
Well, it explodes out of the cracks.
Yeah,
Did you see it was a little too big for the seat too?
Oh no,
it's nice. Yeah,
it
works.
I'm sure it's great. It's just great until it's not great, and I feel like it gets not great pretty soon.
Well,
we'll find out.
I was gonna spend money on shoes, but I'll just take that money and buy another toilet seat later,
which is fine.
Yeah. That's the way the world moves.
It's fine.
Thanks.
Like it's fine. It's not bad until it is.
Until it is.
Yes, I didn't want.
He didn't want to talk about it.
It's not that big.
He didn't.
You
want
made
to talk
me.
about it. I made him talk about it.
You made.
Let's get into the questions. We got some questions. But before I get into the questions, should I kind of? I've been trying to figure out how I'm going to give you guys money. This is where I'm at. I want to give my listeners money. I am here. I've thought about it. I've walked through the process. I wasn't sold at first, but now I'm sold, and I want to spend my money on you guys because you guys are worth it. And so, how do I do that? Do I send you Litecoin? Have I thought about other ways to do it? I thought maybe I could do some Cardano. I thought about a bunch of different things. Did it come through?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, I think Litecoin's probably going to be the easiest, but I could also send some Cardano. So I'm going to give you 50 cents a Litecoin or one Cardano, but Cardano, you have to get a specific type of wallet. So it's complicated. Either way, you have to get a wallet.
100%. So if your question is read and you feel like we owe you money, talk to Timon directly.
Yeah, and we'll get that figured out, and I'll send you money either via Cardano, one Cardano, or 50 cents of Litecoin at the time. The interesting thing about Cardano is it's worth like $1.30 right now. So if you really want to take the time and get into Cardano, I could definitely shoot you some Cardano, and you would get way more. So there's ways, there's moves. I'm moving, I'm shaking. You let me know.
Well, at this point, we could maybe shoot you Cardano because I still haven't gotten it.
Okay.
Anyways.
Okay. All right. So anyways, sweet. Yeah, we'll see if it works or not. I can definitely send Litecoin. I know that. Yeah, get with me. I'd love to spend my money on you guys.
We will make it happen.
So let's get into the questions.
Before the questions, can we get into how upset we are at the state of things politically? I have much like...
We can.
Okay.
State of the Union with Lincoln.
Yeah.
State of how upset you are.
You know,
Lincoln. Speak.
It was.
Come on.
Man, I was gonna make some sort of dumb, long-winded joke here.
Yeah, we don't have the time.
But the situation's too serious for that.
Yeah.
President, and it feels wrong saying this.
Yeah.
Joe Biden is trying to make menthol cigarettes illegal.
Yeah. That's not cool.
It brings tears to my eyes.
That's the only cigarette I smoke is menthol.
And it's just like, who does he think he is? Like, what's the point of this? And so, listeners,
His son does meth. Like, why not?
Let's ban that. Yeah, let's ban menthol flavored meth. So, listeners, if you're out there and you stand with me, call your senators.
Yeah.
Write them a letter.
Yep.
Protest. Man, it would have been sick if I would have had the FDA bill pulled up and could directly tell them what it is. But do your part. FDA. Get in the streets. Loot a Macy's.
Loot a Macy's. Okay. That's awful.
Sorry.
I'm trying not to get political.
I'll tell you what, it just kind of spilled out.
It did. You just let it loose.
Burn down a Target.
Burn it down. That I'm cool with Targets. I love Targets, but also sometimes you just need to see the world burn. Bro, you need to see it burn. I'll tell you what you can do is put a sign and put it in your yard. Smoke your damn cigarettes.
Yeah, like...
Sorry, Dad.
It's just someone's trying to take Camel Crush, Newports, all the other menthol-flavored cigarettes away from us.
American Spirit's green. Come on.
No, those can go.
Those can go. Those are so expensive.
Yeah. So, but real talk here. How strange is it that we're back on, like, let's ban some of tobacco, but not all tobacco? Like,
I know.
It seems
we
weird.
Lived in America.
I thought we were past this.
Yeah, I thought we were too. Well, I will say during Trump's administration, he turned it from 18 to 21 to buy tobacco, and that was dumb too. So no matter what side you're on, Republican or Democrat, our freedoms to kill ourselves as fast as we want are being taken away from us slowly.
The tobacco,
I'm not here for it.
The tobacco industry, it's so interesting because everyone says it's knows how bad it is for you.
Everyone does.
It's ridiculous. Yeah. Like, there is a direct line of people who smoke cigarettes and die of lung cancer every single year.
Yeah.
And it's so many people. And
it's an awesome number. Just
it's incredible.
Massive.
Yeah.
Kills more people than COVID. Maybe. I made that up. Fact check me. Keep going.
I would imagine it does.
I have no clue. But you get the truth here on the
And we continue to regulate weird facets of this industry, but no one really wants it banned.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the delicate political dance between the government and the tobacco industry, and everyone in the government who is funded by the tobacco industry as well. It's such a weird.
It's a waltz.
Yeah, it's beautiful to
watch. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's great. Yeah, it's like we want you to do this job, but right now we don't want you to do it with a leg. So we're gonna tie that leg, and then now we're gonna tie your hand, and now we're gonna blindfold you. But you have to keep the same. You gotta live, and the way you live is off of this job. I hope it does help people to stop smoking as much, but I doubt that's gonna happen. I really doubt that's gonna happen. And listen. Every time someone smokes a cigarette, bro, they're not watching CNN. And that's the problem. They want more people to watch CNN and less people smoke cigarettes. And that's the problem with America right there.
Can they just outlaw like the lithium and rat poison they put in them?
No, dude, that's
good stuff. How about that? Like, how about the actual additives that make them really addicting? Because tobacco is just kind of addicting.
Jobs will be removed when you remove lithium and rat poison from
cigarettes.
Think
of the rat lives you would save.
Oh, dude, rats are not good. I saw a bat on my walk today. Did you see that? That's pretty cool.
I did.
You see that morel I got too? Got a massive mushroom.
Yeah, Timon's a mushroom hunter.
Dude, I found like
king mushrooms.
Probably close to 15 mushrooms on my walk.
Oh, that's pretty
They
sick.
were massive mushrooms, like if you can see, like that big.
We are going to be eating morel mushrooms like kings.
I ate them all.
Timon ate all the morel mushroom like a king.
I have a couple in the fridge.
I really don't.
Like, yeah, they're tasty.
I'll eat some. They're really good. It's fun to go and look for some mushrooms casually sometimes.
Yeah,
but I'm not.
Go with your parents this weekend.
We should. I was thinking about that. We should talk about
maybe
that.
Sunday.
Yeah,
off camera.
Yeah, we should hang out.
We should hang out with your parents.
Yeah.
Nice. They listen to the podcast sometimes. Shout out to our newest listeners, Lincoln's parents.
Yeah, they
listened to it one time and got offended by me. I'm sure.
I mean, no. Anyways,
I'm not offensive.
So our questions.
No, all right. So I was thinking about this. I know we can get to the questions, and once we get to the questions, guys, you get paid. So we're gonna take our time to get to the questions.
And we might not get to the questions whatsoever.
Yeah, who knows?
How funny would that be?
That would be awful. I have a lot of people ticked at me.
It'd be fine.
So I was thinking about the other day. When you're just like laying in bed and different memories come to your brain. You ever have that happen, listeners in Lincoln?
Yeah.
I was thinking about that one time. Mm-hmm. Was it twice? Where I got in confrontations about people littering on my street. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Have I told that story here on the podcast?
I don't know. And to reinforce that, I was talking to your sister at work yesterday, and she vaguely mentioned something from the podcast, and I looked at her and said, "What are you talking about?" She goes, "The podcast. You talked about it on the podcast." And I say, "Oh, okay." And listeners, real talk right now, I can't remember what she said.
Yeah, me either.
So I don't remember day to day what we talk about on this podcast.
Nice.
It just leaves my brain.
Yeah. Well, it's a great story.
So I don't think you have, though.
I don't think I have. I really don't think I have. I got in a fight with someone.
Tell him, Timon.
Because they littered on my street. I got confrontational. There was a fellow. I was riding back from the gym because I wanted to bike a little bit and then also bike back from the gym.
Back in the days of you going to the gym.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
I don't.
How
skinny today, though.
How long has it been
since I've been in the gym?
Yeah.
Yeah, like a week before 2020, March 2020. Yeah, I haven't gone since COVID.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So you were going up until COVID?
I was.
Wow.
Yeah, I was going pretty.
I guess you did. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not crazy, but like.
Yeah.
I just kind of forgot that you did that.
It was like the name change for a podcast. It was the perfect excuse to never go back to that place again. The Timon and Lincoln Show.
Yeah. Don't listen. Sorry, I didn't mean to make it weird that you didn't go to the gym anymore.
No,
it just has felt like such a long time. I would have said like 2018.
No, it was definitely 2020 was the last
way more recent than I was thinking.
And what's interesting, dude, is I mean I've been still very active, like riding bikes, and I mean we did the summer of Shred and 1,000 Miles of Fury and all the fun stuff. And so I've been active too. So I feel like I'm just trying to replace it more with outdoor activity. Mm-hmm. So yeah. I was going to the gym. I'm coming back, and I'm riding my bike, and I'm at the stoplight pretty close to our house. And I'm on one side, and then there's a fellow on the other side who actually I now think comes to the homeless meetings or homeless meals because I've seen him a couple times. He's drinking some beverage, I think Pepsi or Mountain Dew or something, and he's in front of a school. He drinks it, throws it on the ground, right on the sidewalk. So I look at him. He looks at me while he drops it on the ground.
Oh man!
So I cross over the street. I pick up his can, and I say, "Hey, buddy, I think you dropped something." And he does not look at me at all and just starts walking. And I'm walking right behind him. I'm not riding on my bike, but I'm walking right behind him. I'm walking right behind him. I'm pacing a little bit faster. He's walking a little bit faster. Mm-hmm. He's not saying anything. I said, "Hey, buddy, I think you dropped something." And then he starts walking even faster, just. And so I'm like, so I start yelling at him, "Hey, dude, you dropped your trash. Why don't you just come pick this up like a man?" You know, there's trash cans other places. I'm just giving him crap. I'm like, the sidewalk's not your dumpster. Finally get to my house, and he's walking. We're on the street where he dropped the trash. It was on my street, and I go.
Wow, you followed him for a long time. Holy cow!
No, it was over by the school.
I know, but that's kind of a long walk.
2-3 blocks.
Yeah, that's. I thought
yelling at him the whole time.
I thought it was just kind of right over there.
No.
But this is past the stoplight, past the gas station. Holy cow!
Yeah, I was. It was probably.
It was 15 houses down.
Yeah, it was probably a good 10 minutes of me yelling at him.
Oh my gosh!
And then I stand at my house as he's walking away, and I said, "I'll pick up your trash. I don't want to see trash like you ever around my house again."
Oh my god!
Screamed it at him, and then walked inside my house. So he knows where I live. So if you're listening to a podcast, feel free to recycle and dump your trash.
I used to think it was a cool story, but now it's just a story about you harassing a homeless man. Oh my gosh!
Homeless man. I don't know. I just don't take kindly to that. Especially if you're gonna litter, just don't do it when people are watching. That's the moral of the story. People litter all the time. Just don't do it while people are watching. That's bold. And so I got a little bold with him. Anyways, all right, questions.
Oh my gosh! All right,
I thought we could get through that story.
We'll start with an easy one from Jay.
Okay.
Are you a believer or a non-believer in aliens?
I believe that there are extraterrestrial testicular cancer.
Test.
I believe in aliens. I don't know if they're actually aliens. I think if you look at the Bible, there's just some weird stuff that's in the Bible that's unexplainable to the world we live in. So I attribute what people are calling aliens to some of that stuff. They talk about angels, fallen angels procreating with humans and making a half-breed of individuals. And so I think there's a lot more that's out there that we have in our old texts and knowledge, and some of that might be mythical and some of that might actually be legitimate, but we're just so far removed from that time frame that we really don't know. Mm-hmm. So I don't know if they're I think it's been something that's been around for a long time. I think that's this spiritual stuff. I don't know if they're aliens. I really don't know. Maybe. What do you think, Lincoln? I think there's something else. I don't know if it's the aliens or if it could be coincided with the Bible, in my opinion. But that's my opinion, man.
Yeah. So aliens, that's one of those issues. I think I'll deal with it when I have to. If they exist, that's fine. Yeah. I'm cool with that. I'm not going to spend
hours
of my life researching
alien stuff.
Yeah. I'm not. It's not a hobby for me. I haven't seen any evidence that really convinces me that they do exist.
Right.
But they could. But also, I'll believe it when I see it. I guess. I don't know.
Right.
It's fine. If they're real, that's fine. All right. Me being upset over aliens being real or not real doesn't dictate their existence.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot more alien talk recently. Maybe it's just the circles I follow with, but
I think
the
it's
Pentagon just came out and said some stuff.
I mean,
like, it's kind of like
is it real news, or are they just kind of just distracting you from what's really happening?
Yeah, menthol cigarettes getting freaking banned, dude.
Oh my gosh, it's so upsetting.
Yeah, you can see the correlation of them taking away our tobacco rights and more alien sightings. It's a correlation and a causation, and they mean the same thing.
Yeah, so aliens, maybe. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see.
Okay, great question, Jay. Where would you like your Litecoin or Cardano sent to? Please send me a wallet, your wallet address, via however you communicate with me. I'm in like 12 different group texts with Jay, so one of those
We are in multiple group.
I'm in group chats with him outside of you. Like, you're not in that group chat.
Oh.
Is that her?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Kinda. What do you and Jay talk about without me?
It's with our newest listener at camps.
Oh, sick. That makes sense.
So it's us three.
Shout out to you.
It was started by Camps.
John Camps.
Yeah, Camps, if you want to join Lincoln,
no, it's fine. It's really okay.
You were so hurt for a second.
No, I wasn't.
And then now you're like, no, all right, whatever.
No, it was a joke. It's
Camps,
fine.
He's crying. You can't tell, but if you watch the YouTube video, you'll see Lincoln crying. And his new haircut. Which looks really good.
It's real.
Yep.
All right. Questions from Alex, and holy cow. These all count as one.
$10 budget, Alex. That's all I have right now, bro. It would have been $20 to buy new shoes.
Should I read all four of these at once or one at a time?
One at a time. Let's do one at a time.
What is the ratio?
1 to 4. Go ahead.
What is the ratio of podcast listeners that you know personally to podcast listeners that you do not know personally?
Okay. There are 2 podcast listeners that I do not know personally. Well, there's like 4.
I feel like I know all. I mean,
I guess Canada.
No, yeah, can't answer that
Virginia?
question. Nope.
Russia.
Nope.
Yeah.
The ones I know, I feel like I'm on a first name basis with.
Yeah. But I think there's a
probably with the exception of Mun.
Okay. Shout out to Mun.
Shout out to Mun. He's kind of a big deal.
He's kind of a big deal. You know him. You sat on a podcast with him.
Yeah, we hung out, but like as far as like could I send that dude a meme and like make a joke about it?
I mean, he probably wouldn't see it. He has so much going on.
Yeah. He has a lot of Insta followers.
Yeah. And Spotify subscribers and
like I said, he's kind of a big deal. So I mean, like,
Mun, if you're listening, tell Lincoln to just shove off.
Or just
or whatever.
Say nothing.
Or say nothing. Say something. I'm giving up on you.
What about you, Timon? Any podcast listeners?
The ratio. No, let's.
You know Mun better than I do. Like, you've done several episodes with him.
He's the homie. He's not homeless. I feel like I have to clarify that because I always say homies when in correlation with homeless. So I would say maybe 5% of the listeners I don't know personally. And things like I know Brian. Brian and I have chatted every once in a while, a little bit, but I've never hung out with him.
Okay,
but I would because he listens to the podcast. I would assume he is a buddy.
Yeah,
Brian.
Yeah, and that's kind of how I feel with the people we interact with.
Same with Alex. Alex and both your brother. I met your brother once.
Yeah,
for a brief amount of time. And then Alex, who
coworker,
who was asking this question, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Alex asking the question. I feel like we've never met personally, but you send me voicemail, so I feel like we are buddies. So, and he sent me memes too. So I don't know. Yeah, I would say maybe 5% I don't know personally. Well, not even I would know on a first name basis.
Can't really answer the question because if you listen and don't tell us you listen, how do we know that you listen?
Yeah.
So,
well, and there's other things prior to us doing daily content.
Oh.
I was doing Timon's podcast, and there was, I think the most downloaded episode I got was 200 people listened to one episode. And for that episode, I literally probably only knew 20 of those 200. 10%. So, but how many of that spilled over to these daily contents? I have no clue, dude. I have no clue.
No idea. So if you're a listener from the old days,
shout out to you.
Shout out. Well, get with us so that we can be buddies with you as well. Mm-hmm. All right. Alex goes on to ask.
2 of 4.
Nutrition aside, out of cycling or running, which is more apt to help someone lose weight? I am no expert in weight loss, as you can tell if you're watching the video.
You're asking the wrong guys.
I just do it because some people are runners and some people can't run, and it's the worst. And I am of the latter group.
Have you ever tried running?
I have.
No, I know.
It's
have. Okay. I've never seen Lincoln run ever.
I have tried running. I tried to get into it in high school, and then I just kept riding my bike.
13 years ago.
Yeah, like 10 years ago, I tried it.
You should try again sometime.
And it sucked. And
it was cool. I tried mushrooms 13 years ago and hated them, and I love mushrooms now. Dude, we change.
Sure.
Have you ever had a sardine? Me either.
I have.
I hate them.
Not a big fan.
Yep.
I want to like them, but I just can't.
Exactly. It's like running.
So I don't know, Alex. I just ride bikes because it's easier.
I think, Alex, out of both of those, it's probably nutrition that's going to help you the most with, like, diet, like what you're actually consuming. So I have no clue. You probably exert more calories running than biking per time. What do you think? I think you put more effort into, unless you're like really clipping on a bike and going uphill. But if you're really clipping on a run and going uphill too, you might actually exert more calories by running uphill than you do. So I have no clue.
I literally have no idea.
We're the wrong scientists to ask for that.
I know our listener Aaron, he's a big runner. Yeah. Maybe he knows a little bit.
If you look at him, if he was on a video,
way better shape. Also, Alex is in way better shape than both of us. Yeah, it's so.
Alex, keep doing your thing. You're doing great.
Whatever. Keep delivering bread. Right. Great workout.
Great question. Third question.
Oh man. So he says he's not asking for him. He's asking for a quote friend.
Okay.
If you, and I think I might know some of the individuals involved in this question. If you have a rented bedroom out of your house to an old friend that you clearly do not know very well anymore. Every Tuesday night, the old friend hosts an illegal dogfight match in the garage with his, quote, south of the border friends. His friends are all nice and whatnot, but my, quote, friend is unsure of how to handle the situation. I mean, he has asked them so many times. He does not... Is this a serious question? I don't think it is. He does not know, doesn't know what to do. Every Wednesday morning, my friend goes out to the garage to find poop everywhere, just so much dog poop. They refuse to clean up. Lincoln, Timon, what should I have, quote, my friend do?
I have an answer for you, Alex. And that question is way more complicated than we can answer now. So if you want us to answer that question, send us Litecoin or Cardano, and we'll answer that for you.
I think that question means Alex gets 0 cryptocurrency. He goes on to say, like I said, he asks a lot. This is a lot of abusing the rules. Also, you and Timon should do a cooking episode. On this episode, Lincoln can cook and explain how to do whatever he's doing, and Timon can be the commentator and tester of the food.
Ooh, I'd be down for that. That's what
we do in real life.
Yeah.
We're talking about like a normal us hanging out in the kitchen
Tuesday evening,
playing music
after the dog fight,
drinking a beer. All right, question number 4.
Joe is ferocious, bro. Go ahead.
Champion.
Alex,
you know. We got Joe from Alex.
Yeah. He bred him well.
We are most likely going to see tax hikes and the American dollar decrease even more in the next 2 or 3 years. Would it be smart if I, quote, if he takes his fully vested 401k and put it in Bitcoin, or just take a portion and buy gold and silver? What do you think?
I don't think
you should put 100% of your 401k into Bitcoin.
Well, let's preface this. We're not investors and cannot really legally give you investing advice.
What I would do is
I
would take it to my friend's house. And I don't really I don't really want to blow up his spot, but he does dog fights.
Yeah. And bet on black every time.
Bet on a dog.
Take it to the casino. 401k to the casino. Double of your money. Leave.
I think the traditional sort of advice is diversify, own different things.
Yeah.
Kind of spread your money all over the place.
Basket. Yeah.
I think what you could do, Alex, is start buying a little bit of cryptocurrency every week. If you could spare like $20, just buy $20 of Bitcoin.
Dollar cost average. They just put tax on. Well, they capital gains tax, and so if you hold your investment, you hold your investment longer than a year and then sell it, it's long term capital gains. I don't know what the term is, but the tax is a lot cheaper.
Nice.
And also when you pull out your fully vested 401k, you get hit with an additional penalty. So it's a loss of money. I don't think that's really the move.
And Alex and I have the same 401k still. It's a pretty conservative 401k that's performed very well over 2020.
Yeah. I think all 401ks did.
Probably. Yeah, probably.
Banger, dude.
I made some money.
Nice.
You could diversify. You could leave it in there. I get it. Inflation's probably definitely coming.
Yeah, it's already here.
We're getting another stimulus probably.
I think so. I got a letter in the mail saying I got more money.
Interesting.
I
didn't.
I can buy you shoes now. I can buy
you could.
shoes.
You could.
For my Lincoln, please.
So, probably just start buying cryptocurrency. The best time to buy cryptocurrency was 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And so, if you buy and hold...
But in 3 years, the best time to buy it would have been 3 years ago.
So, if you buy and hold, eventually it'll be 3 years from now. And you'll be the person who has $100,000 of Dogecoin.
Yeah, it'd be sick. I don't understand. Or Cardano. Do your research, bro. But that's a lot of work, so just listen to the podcast.
If you buy some of each of the mainstream kind of 5... that's probably, I don't know. It's not very glamorous. You're not swing trading and making $100 every single day, but all the money I made trying to do that would be less than the money I would have if I just never sold.
You'll have to pay taxes on that too. You'll have to pay taxes on the profit.
Oh yeah.
That 35% is going to hit you. So is that really worth?
You just buy and hold.
Yeah.
And then you figure out some under the table method to
I was just reading
trade
about
into
that last
some
night.
Other secret wallets and other tokens and
there's ways to do things. We have listeners that can hook you up.
Cryptocurrency, it's
the future.
Government doesn't have to have a part of it.
Well, I don't know. It's a currency. I don't understand taxing a currency. Okay, so Aaron says, any more questions from?
No.
Yeah, good questions. Let me know, Alex. Let's hook you up. It was a lot. Aaron says, every time someone says Instapot instead of Instant Pot, an angel cries. And then I responded instant poop. And then Insta poop. And Lincoln responded pressure cooker. And then Aaron said, hot take. That's the wrong opinion. So, okay. Thank you, Aaron. He asks a question.
Wait, that's not a pressure cooker? That an Instant Pot?
No, I think he was responding to my.
Oh, okay.
I think he was responding to my Insta poop.
Yep.
Hot take. Normally, Insta poops are hot takes. That's all I could think when he said that. He says, hey, how are Timon's plants doing?
How are Timon's plants doing?
That deserves a Cardano. Let me tell you that.
That's a good question.
My plants are doing good. The ones that I told you that were not growing in that spot that I missed, there was actually plants. So 2 of the 6 plots of growing. I should take a picture and show you. I have a schedule of the plants I'm going to be growing. So not all of them are planted.
Did you put it in an Excel spreadsheet with pivot charts, tables?
No, I didn't. I put it in my calendar so it reminds me when I need to plant my next batch or get them started.
You didn't have a link in your calendar to your Excel spreadsheet.
That was smart, right?
That would have been
layers to this player.
Way too difficult.
Tiramisu. Way too difficult. So they're doing good. Aaron, I'll send you a picture and you tell me. I hope his plants are doing good. What was cool is I was watching Aaron's story and you could watch his plants bloom. This was like a month or 2 ago. It was really cool to watch that.
I watched that as well.
Yeah.
I was on the edge of my seat waiting for that plant to bloom.
It was like daily content, but it was daily Aaron's plants. Yeah, it's
way more beautiful.
Yeah, exactly.
The plants that Timon got some plant fertilizer and he put it on the basil plant we have in the kitchen and it's doubled in size.
It's bumping.
It's massive.
Yeah.
We should cut it and dry it.
And turn it into some basil stuff.
That
was all it needed was that nutrients, and it just
went crazy.
I've learned how to take loving care of animals and plants.
Yeah,
this past couple of years, it's been good. So James says, "I will pay I will pay a Doge for more Mormon Instapot content." Okay, thanks, James.
Okay.
You liked that? That was pretty good stuff. I have a couple different questions here. Dude, okay, we have a bunch. Do you have any others that you want to get to?
I think I've ran through most of mine.
Cool. I have a bunch on mine.
We have one from John, but let's not forget about that one.
That's up. Do you want to do that one right now?
Oh, yeah, we can do that one right now.
That's what literally I was about to do.
So John asks, question for Friday, what is your zombie apocalypse plan? The zombies dead sprint at you, It's because of a COVID strain. The origin point is Miami, Florida.
Yep.
Borders close in 24 hours. You two are the first to find out in Indiana.
I have homies in Miami, so that like makes
The
sense.
zombies cannot swim.
I'm going to the Boundary Waters in Michigan, and I'm catching fish, and I'm living on an island for the rest of my life.
Forever? You think the zombie thing is going to be a forever thing?
I think a lot of people think about like zombie apocalypse and stuff, but what's interesting about zombie apocalypse is the numbers that they run aren't they're not well documented because a certain amount.
It's never happened.
Well, it's never happened, and a certain amount will be immune, just like a certain amount of people who are taking the vaccine right now are getting sick. It just happens. Numbers, there's going to be an odd ones out who don't get it and who are immune. And those people will be killing zombies daily at a rate. And so once all humans are zombies and the ones who are not humans, there will be a time where
there's no population.
There will be a tide where
full saturation.
Yeah. There will be a tide where either all zombies run or all the zombies will die because the people who are immune will kill all the zombies because they're killing at an X amount of rate. So
there are other like climate sort of side effects. If you live somewhere where it's very, very cold, a zombie traditionally has a very low pulse, so they'll freeze.
Yeah. Which is great for northern Michigan where the Boundary Waters are.
So if you go to Canada, if you go somewhere that's very, very hot,
you're safe.
Zombies traditionally have a very low heartbeat and will begin to decay.
Yep.
Because they won't. That's not something your body's going to do if it's a zombie.
That's who they are.
And so like there are very like ideal conditions for zombies to exist, and they can't swim. Yeah, I don't know. How would a somewhat dead human be stronger than a fully alive human? That doesn't make sense to me either. That zombies are these crazy beasts that can run super fast. Like your body's on its last leg, and it's decaying. In the current like. Why would your muscles work better when they're falling apart?
Right. Yeah, it makes sense.
So, I don't know. There are a lot of X factors there.
Can I really quickly transfer to a segment real quick?
Board up the house, probably.
Let's pop this bad boy off.
Wait for it to.
I want to show you guys a picture. And listeners who are not watching the video, let me just show you this real quick. So here's a picture of John. Close upside down. You guys see that picture of John? He's looking so beautiful. He's out in the water. He's fishing. John, he's a wizard. He's an absolute wizard, guys. You see that? Oh, nope. That's not important. You guys can't see that.
What is happening?
He's a straight up. He's a wizard.
What is happening?
And he's a wizard because he has great questions, but he also does his wizardry in a perfect landscape.
What is happening right now to this podcast? All right.
You guys see that landscape? It's a golfing landscape. All I want to say is John is a wizard. He's a golfing wizard. He no longer performs that magic, but it's deep magic. And it runs through his veins. And someday, our sponsor, Golf Lessons with John, will come back. And he will be the wizard we all need. All right, thanks, guys.
So, do you have other questions?
Yeah, I do. I have a bunch.
Okay.
I wanted to get through that.
Okay.
Real quick. Yeah. It's beautiful. It's honestly beautiful. I've been thinking about that all day. So. Okay, all right. Here's a question from one of our newest listeners, John Camps.
Shout out, John Camps. What's up?
JC. Okay. JK.
Ooh, Timon.
Oh boy, Jesus Christ. So he says, okay, do you think China will take over as the global power by 2040, 20 years from now? No, I don't think so.
Yeah, is what they're doing sustainable?
I don't think so.
It's certainly not to the environment. For one,
they don't have enough.
Environmental regulations are going to become a global thing eventually, and China will not be able to exist if that is the right.
Unless they're the ones who are making the requirements.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Or doing the inspecting to,
I don't think so. I think that the rise and fall. I don't think so. But they are one of the oldest around people. Now, I don't know. I think by 2050, but not 2040. think we got a good 20 years left here in the Americas. He asked another question. What is your favorite book and why?
I don't read.
The Art of the War by Sun Tzu.
The Bible by Jesus.
And the Art of the War because it's the literal master plan of how China is going to take over. And so I need it to understand how that they're going to take over so that by 2040, I have their plans. The Jesus.
Yeah, sure.
He doesn't read.
Yep, 100%. I would
say your favorite book is the cookbook that you showed me the other day. 12 Rules and Another 12 Rules to Life by JB.
So in high school, I read
JBP.
the play Our Town by Thornton Wilder. And so that play in book form holds a really special place in my heart.
That's a beautiful one. Yeah, I've never heard Our Town.
It's fine. It's fine. Good. It's cool.
Who would you consider your most influential mentor? These are good ones.
These are really deep questions.
You deserve a Cardano and or a Litecoin, John. Send me your wallet. I'll send you some money.
So the guy I worked for in in college, Ty Prope. Oh, yeah. He was my boss and also a mentor. Yeah, definitely way up there on the list. I learned a lot from him. He was super cool. He helped me out with a lot of difficult situations. So yeah, right up there. And I think John, you probably know who that is because
he went to
college. Grace. Yeah, he was a big deal at Grace. A lot of people knew him.
Yep.
Know him. I think he's still there. Yeah.
Is he still there? That's awesome.
He wished me a happy birthday on my birthday this year.
That's awesome.
It was cool. And then I responded 2 days later like a jerk. But also like I was busy.
Busy. It's your birthday. I would say
he texted me, so not on Facebook.
Oh, he texted you?
Yeah, he did.
Oh man.
I didn't see it till later, and then I responded another day after that.
You should just send him a link to this podcast apologizing. Hey,
no,
okay.
Probably won't do that. That seems a little low for even me.
Yeah.
So probably not. Probably won't be doing that.
I would say my mentor. I have two. I would say right now, currently, one is my dad.
Yeah, same.
He's a great dude. If you want to learn a little bit more about my dad, if you're a newer listener, listen to his. I think it's the first when I had my long form podcast. It's called Dadcast, episode 18. It's a good one to listen to.
It's a good episode.
I'd say the other person who's been really influential in my life, and I'd say is a mentor, maybe not so much now, but was in a crucial point in my life, is my pastor, Kyle. And he also, I interviewed a while ago, Kyle Cook. So Coch. So feel free, Koch, I'm sorry. Kyle, Koch. I don't remember what episode that is, but a long form episode as well. Great dude, and he's just, I think it's great to see people living as Jesus in your life, and my dad really reflects that. I see Jesus through him a lot, and just like loving others, caring for others. And I see that with Kyle too, and especially real talk, going to Grace College and seeing Jesus, like people saying they represent Jesus, and like literally seeing the most really evil thing,
like trampling on it a little bit,
like really just seeing real evil stuff happen there. Gave me a bitter taste, and then when I met Kyle, I had that bitterness already, and to see someone who loved me through that and didn't care how I felt about things, and just cared about who I was as who I was, really appreciate him. So he was a big mentor. I've learned a lot from him. So I'd say those two people. He also, a couple things is what Camp said. I've never listened to a single podcast before. And before
whatsoever.
Before the podcast, you shouted me out. So thanks, Jay, for that. Up. That's awesome. He also says it was not an Excel class. It was a business law class, and Professor Gordon, and his rule was no technology of any kind, cell phones, laptops. But after a few weeks, everyone started bringing theirs, so I felt left out. So yes, I brought my 1998 Windows computer, and I brought the computer, the monitor with built-in speakers, and a keyboard and a mouse with a 100-foot Ethernet to plug it in. It took me 2 trips, but it was worth it. And I felt so good. That was a good day. He also sent me a picture, which we'll post on our stuff.
Which we will maybe post. We'll post it.
And then he says, I did go with Lincoln to the Under Oath show.
I definitely thought, we did
go to the Founders before. Yeah. Buy Bitcoin. I appreciate the shout out. So thanks, Camps. I appreciate that.
Sick.
Yeah.
Sick.
Let's see. I have one more, and we'll do this, and then we'll do our segment, and we'll wrap it up. How's that sound? I know you guys are tired of listening to us, and we're so thankful for you guys.
It's been a long one.
It's been a great one. So, we talked about Mun, and he sent us a question.
Oh, sick.
Shout out to Mun. Stream all of his music on It Is Mun, or It's Mun.
Yeah.
It's Mun. I should check that out right now. I think it is Mun.
We're totally unprepared.
MUNN on Spotify, Apple. He has some banger songs.
Totally unprepared.
There was a question one time where someone asked me what my favorite artist of 2020 is, and our favorite album I've listened to, and I said Lil Connie, which he's a homie, but also Mun had some awesome songs that I've listened to a lot. No lie, Mun, I listen to your stuff all the time, bro. I think it's on repeat. Yeah, Mun on Spotify, MUNN. But he asks, quick, my question: What was the worst and best part of being at Grace College and a student? He wants to in 30 seconds.
Do you want to go first, or?
I think I kind of hit on it. The worst part was seeing people act righteous and then just do dirty stuff, and that was just foul. I think the best part was I have a lot of great friends that came from that, like the friendships that came from it, and it's also helped me network a lot. But like Lincoln and a lot of the podcast listeners are all from Grace College, and I'm really appreciative of that. Something I didn't expect, but as I've gotten past Grace and lived my life a little bit, I'm thankful for the people I met at Grace College. And I am not thankful for the people I met at Grace College.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, how to word my answer in a way that sounds like I'm saying something different than what Timon just said, 100%.
That could be the same thing. We can be on the same.
Probably bad things. The use of religion for control.
Yeah.
Was a really, really dirty thing that we saw get played out over and over again.
Yep.
Of you will do X, Y, and Z because that's what the Bible says to do.
Yeah.
And if you disagree with us on any level,
your
the devil
gone.
Is in you, and also will kick you out.
Yeah, you lose your education.
Like you're living in sin, basically. And so that was really disgusting to watch. And evil. I don't really use that word to describe a lot of people, but I will use it liberally to describe those in charge of Grace College, especially Aaron Crabtree.
Yeah.
Evil.
We should get Lincoln and
Felt
Aaron.
good saying that.
We should get Lincoln and Aaron on a podcast.
No, I'm not going to be in the same room as that person.
Poll. Quick poll with our listeners. Who would want that? How
the
many of you would pay Dogecoin for that?
The light has no business associating with darkness, so I'm not going to do that.
The light shines through the darkness.
And then shine through him as I punch through him.
Punch the back of the head.
No, he'll kick me
with those calves, dude.
Yeah,
you'll go flying.
And then positive things, the relationships I gained from that experience. I didn't have friends until college, and the friends that college gave me are the best friends I'm convinced I could ever have. So
that's awesome.
A good roommate, Timon.
That's me.
That's a good co-podcaster partner.
And podcast listeners and homies and homeless.
Yeah. And so the community, which is a word that Grace also used to mean something very dirty.
Yeah.
But the community, the real friendships I've gotten since then, very worth it.
Yeah. I think so too. Should we roll the clip? This is your favorite part of the podcast, Fab Our Future.
Fad or Future.
Fad Our Future.
And Jeez. we got to pause, cue it up, hit resume.
Yes, sir. Okay, guys, here's the best part of the podcast.
We're gonna listen to it right now.
Yeah, we're listening to it right now.
It's playing.
Yes.
It's playing right now.
Yep.
Hey, Timon or Lincoln, your fatter future of the week is virtual reality. A lot of people have been getting into the Oculus. I don't personally know anybody that has one, but do you think that virtual reality is going to be like 3D TV, where they thought it was going to be a big thing and then it just kind of died out? Or do you think that we're just getting into what can be the future of gaming or activities using virtual reality?
Oh, good.
First off,
yeah, what just happened to us?
I don't. Intro. I bet that was James. Did James make that intro?
I don't know.
Boom, boop, boop, boom.
Just rubbing it in my face that they have access and can play a piano, and I cannot.
Well, you can go to Grand Rapids, hang out with them. All right, so going to her question.
Okay.
We don't have time for this. We can't argue about this. Dang it, Elisa. This is what you wanted. You wanted us to argue. It's great. Virtual reality, Oculus. I have played that.
I haven't.
I know people who own it. I know people who program for Oculus.
That's interesting.
So
you're cool. Yeah.
I'm in the know.
He's cool.
I'm in the know. I think after playing Oculus, I wanted to buy one. But also, there's some weird stuff with it, too.
Did you want to not buy it after not playing it? Was it like, do you look back like, oh, that would have been dumb if I would have bought it?
No, I still want to buy one.
Okay.
But also, like, there's some really interesting things, like, when you plug into technology, I've been thinking about this with technology on a lot of different things. Mm-hmm. Like, we are being recorded all the time. And with Oculus, what Oculus is doing when you're recording, I mean, they're presenting different stuff, but they're also tracking your eye movements and understanding how you think and how you look at different stuff on a level of data that I'm really just not comfortable with giving to Oculus, which is owned by Facebook. Facebook owns Oculus. So it just, there's stuff where I'm like, it's a little creepy. You know, and I've been thinking about it with my phone too. I'm getting more and more selective on what data I allow. I've been browsing with a VPN, as you guys know. I have different stuff but Oculus, when playing the Oculus game, and I played a game, it was like, let me just explain it for you real quick. There are guys running at you, and they're shooting guns at you, and you are Matrix style dodging them, and so the amount that you move, and you have guns and stuff too, so you can shoot back, and you have like these controllers in your hands. So the amount that you move, so if you move fast, time speeds up. If you don't move and you're very slow, time slows down really slow. So as the bullets are coming towards you, you literally are like,
oh, that wrinkles my brain because you want to like flinch and stuff.
Right, you flinch, but if you do, the bullet goes faster. So you gotta like slow, and you're like, and when you set up the Oculus, you literally draw your border. Mm-hmm. So the Oculus knows this space, I can have the whole game interact with you. Mm-hmm. So you could literally be in a 2 foot by 2 foot square and play the game. And the way the game would be is it's all in that 2 foot by 2 foot square. Or you could do it as 20 feet by 20 feet. Like we could make this whole room an Oculus room. It would be so sick.
Like a Dreamatorium.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it was so much fun. I really enjoyed it. And the guy who it was Allison's little brother, my girlfriend's brother, he was programming. He was in a class programming. He was programming a game to figure out how to have one object but make it replicate multiple objects in the game. So when you physically touch that object, you actually feel it with your hand, but you're touching like multiple objects in the game, but it makes your brain think you're touching multiple. It's really
so complex. all the places it guides you to are just that one spot,
right? But there might be 12 spots out in front of you.
Oh, that's crazy.
So you could touch different. Let's say there's a can, like a beer can, or in front of you, a Voodoo Ranger can, and you touch it in the game. There's now 3 of them in front of you, and you go and you touch one. You physically touch it in the real life, but in the game you're touching the right one. Mm-hmm. You come back and you touch the middle one. Again, you touch the same can, but in the game, it makes your hand move to that can. It's crazy.
So you just do the same thing. You just touch the same thing over and over again.
But in the game, it's 3 different cans. Because it's the way that it trains your brain to like. It's pretty fantastic.
That's
dude.
crazy.
Like, the technology there is just. So I think it's going to enhance. I'm just worried about where that takes us. It's inevitable. It's a slippery slope, but I think there's ways we can kind of push against it. We see that with technology. We've seen that for a long time. But yeah. So, what do you think about it? Great question.
So I haven't interacted with very much VR. I don't have any VR devices really. I don't really have the thing I put my phone in to put up to my face.
Right.
I know there's like a lot of VR in cars. They'll display like the road in front of you if it's night and like night vision stuff. I think it probably a good tool, but like, what happens? Does it ever get buggy? Like, is it hackable? Is it, does your map take you a different direction? Is it?
Yeah, I mean, it's all that's how all video games are, though.
But like if you're driving and using it, and it says to turn a certain direction, and there's nothing there, and there's something there, you know what I mean?
In real life.
Yeah,
IRL,
in real life.
They're driving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're using it as a tool in real life, does it ever get buggy? Are there issues with it? Probably not.
Well, you got virtual reality, and you got augmented reality, which is you're living in reality, but they're putting digital stuff in front of you. And I could see more of that because I got to see like a mix of both when I put on the Oculus Rift or Quest or whatever it was.
I don't know much about it as far as its dangers and what it's gathering in terms of data, and so
it's gathering some real data.
Who knows? Yeah. Probably gonna.
I think it's here to stay. I think it's gonna get. Yeah. Well, it's now accessible for $300. You can get virtual reality, which in a couple of years ago that was just not attainable.
Do you think the application will be more like entertainment, like you wear the goggles and see a movie?
I could see some of that,
and it's more immersive.
Yeah, I could see that happening.
Yeah.
Well, and the interesting thing too is for the longest time with virtual reality, you had to have a 1998 Windows tower to do it. Not really 1998. That's just a callback to Kemps's.
A big computer to run it. Yeah.
To process the virtual. Now it's all on a phone. And you put that in the lenses. Mm-hmm. And so you don't need that massive processing. So yeah, I think when does it get to the point where it's microchip and they can run those processes? And you can put that in your lenses of your glasses or on your windshield or something.
Yeah. And that's just how you live your life then.
Yep.
Will it be like how people just used to live without glasses and they just couldn't see stuff?
Yeah.
Is it going to be that acceptable that you'll have your...
You're thinking about your Bitcoin and then automatically pulls up all of the Bitcoin data as you're just sitting there thinking about it.
Yeah, how integrated is it just going to make the internet in your life?
Yeah.
You know?
Scary things.
We should probably... We're running out of GoPro footage time.
We are. Okay. Guys, thanks so much for...
This is a long one.
Yeah, we really appreciate you guys. We really appreciate the questions. Make sure, 1, to sub to us on YouTube. 2, to follow us on all social medias. Instagram and Twitter. And then 3, send me your address.
After you have sent Timon screenshots of you doing both those things, you might get your cryptocurrency, but you have to do those things too.
Yeah. It's going to come in 10 to 12 business days. I promise. So send me your guys' address for either Litecoin or Cardano, and I'll send you info. Or I'll send you guys one Cardano and a fraction of a Litecoin. Because Litecoin right now is like $250. Like, I'm not sending you one Litecoin. But I'll send you a fraction of one. So, guys, thanks so much. Appreciate you. We'll catch you on Monday with another Timon and Lincoln's podcast show.
It won't be an hour long.
Maybe.
I hope not.
See ya. Bye.